Oscars. Many say it's perhaps the golden period for Kannada cinema and South cinema at large. But the question is, can cinema from South continue to dominate Indian cinema? We'll debate this, we'll talk to Sudeep about it. But Mr. Kiccha, first of all, congratulations for completing 27 years in the industry.
Thank you, sir.
One question that perhaps we'll have to ask here is, when you look at the journey, you started off, many called you iron leg, as you mentioned in some of your interviews. Many said unlucky. They said if you have Sudeep, then the movie will tank. And cut 27 years later, you enjoy this massive love and affection from your fans from across India, and also Abhinaya Chakravarti, and now one of your movie going to the reminders list of the Oscars. How do you look at this journey?
It's been simple, and it's been nice. I guess iron leg and everything, I guess it's a part and parcel of how you are being termed. And in a perspective manner, if you look at iron is quite strong, right? I think they were right. I was quite iron-legged. So I have a good foundation today.
How does it feel when some of the same producers now come to you for a call sheet?
Come on, I think it's okay. You choose a line of public, you want to be in the public place, you want to be a public figure, don't expect not to be stoned. Do not expect everybody to come and garland you and love you all the time. But I think eventually it's your work that's going to give no options for people. Work like that, it's okay. If, you can't really say and be so vindictful and saying that, okay, these are the same people who spoke bad or humiliated and now they're all back. I think it's making them come back, making them come to you. That's what life is all about, I guess. You make them come to you. Work in a way, make them come back to you. I think that's what I look at than remembering people for the wrong reasons. Yeah.
Wonderfully put. Mr. Kiccha, one thing that stands out in the 27 years journey is that perhaps very early on in your career, probably somewhere around 2008, you started doing cinema in other languages. Well, there are heroes in the earlier decades who've done it, but you started doing cinema in multiple languages. So as the AV said, perhaps before Pan-India became a thing, you were already doing it. How difficult was it back then in 2008? And how easy is it now?
I guess, once I started making it in the field of entertainment, nothing was looking difficult for me because I guess nature conspired. I was just being invited. All I had to do is just pack my bags and leave. Even the air ticket was coming home. Yeah. So there was nothing of a PR that I did, that I had to travel somewhere and introduce myself. My work was speaking, and exactly I don't know which films they would see and call me. I really don't know. But then I guess when you concentrate on every film, keep every film you're working on close to you, it'll work. And I was lucky. I was called. I was given and I was showered love and a lot of respect from the other fraternities. See, one prime factor when we go to another industry, what we look upon is, there are actors there. There is no scarcity. Yes. You go to any fraternity, there are actors, there are directors, producers. But then if they feel that there's enough little space for you to come from somewhere else and fill in that, I guess that's a big high. It's not about what bigger plot you have there. It's about that little space you could still crave out for yourself. I was called, and then when I go back to those industries and look upon that from the bird's view, such wonderful talents, and yet I was called, so that gave me the bigger high. And yeah, the journey went. Wherever I went, I came back because this is where I belong, and this is where I'm going to operate from all the time.
Do you believe now this has made it easier for the younger lot that's coming in to act in multiple languages?
No, sir, I think it's equally difficult for everyone. Just because we came back and we are working there, we can't really think that, we made a kind of a foundation for all. I guess everybody has to make their own mark, even whatever they do. Because when we came to the films, iconic legends, the biggest of the actors were still alive, doing their roles, and we had no idea where we fit in. I had no idea. When I used to look at the films and I used to say, okay, Mr. Rajkumar is still there, Vishnu sir, everybody are still working, where do we fit in? And then heartthrobs like, Mr. Shivraj Kumar or Mr. Upendra. So, but I guess it's about how badly you want it, not just what you wanted.
Yeah.
So I guess, it just worked for us.
Sorry for cutting you short. That's what I wanted to ask. You had some of these heroes from South, whether it's from Tamil or Kannada industry, who had done movies in Hindi but didn't didn't really go much after perhaps one or two movies. Was this always on your mind, saying that okay, I'm trying something that has already been tried but didn't work, or was it planned at all?
No, individuality, it's a personality, I guess, and I wanted to try. It's not that I worked because of insecurity or because I was too secured. Nothing of that sort. I just wanted to try. I can't really be in person, as a person, myself, I can't really be having a very monotonous day every day. I like to do something nice, something different. You know, this gave me a provision to go and try. And when I was trying, I was giving it my 100%. There was nothing of a thought that, what if it doesn't work? I guess everybody's walking on thin line. Everybody does. So I guess I just take it the way it is and I just go enjoy my day. I mean, the best way to approach any particular thing, any new thing that you're doing is I think you should be a little easy on yourself. Just go, you know. Anyway, the work is coming to you. There was a time when I had no work at all.
Yeah.
So when the work is coming, I think you should just accept and go.
But in 2008, you were already an established star here. There was a certain stereotype or a certain image.
Yeah.
You had a lot to lose.
That's okay. See, again, I tell you, it's a perspective. Do you want to be really stuck to it? Okay, I already have something here. I'm already established. You just want to have one foundation and just keep constructing a building on that, or do you really think you want to progress somewhere else? Find something else new to yourself. So find a bigger reason, a newer reason for you to wake up in the morning every day with more enthusiasm. What do you exactly want? It's about you. So as a person, me, I wanted something new. I wanted to get out. I wanted to try something new. It was already here. We are already done. Again, it's a new film, another feather in the cap. That's about it. No, is that what cinema is to me? No. For me, I wanted to travel. That's how even I tried as a producer, writer, director. Unless and until you try, I don't think you can really know what you're capable of, right?
In a certain way, very inspirational as well. Now, during the same period, and also perhaps a few years after that, look at the kind of headlines or talk that was in Kannada cinema. They would say Kannada cinema is not getting enough screens in Bangalore. Other language movie screens are filled. Perhaps majority of them are going to other languages. And many said Kannada market illa. Others said, well, what's the point of releasing a Kannada movie in Tamil Nadu or elsewhere or even abroad? And cut a few years later, over the last, say, 2-3 years, where we stand now, multiple cinemas from Kannada are ending up breaking records at the box office, including yours, making it to the Oscars reminders list. When did it really change? You're almost an insider in the industry now. You've seen over the last 15-20 years things changing. Where do you think, sir, it changed?
If you go back earlier in the 80s and 70s, Kannada industry to a couple of South industries were really, really doing well. There were a lot of remakes from South going in Hindi, and probably if you realize, like Mr. Jitendra Saab or a lot of Rishi Kapoor, and many people are doing remakes of South. So then came a time when actually, Telugu took over, Tamil went ahead, Hindi was booming. It's just a phase, and it's just a circle. You will pop up again, and just don't think that you are undefeatable right now. You will be defeated one day. But I guess at this moment, it's a high. When you're popular, please enjoy it. Don't be so modest and say that, no, this is not my time, it's God's gift. Nature has gifted you something, enjoy it. Now it's our time. That doesn't mean that, see, for example, right now, a film like Pathan is doing extremely well. They'll bounce back. But that doesn't mean we are dominating. It's just a good time that's happening. We are able to capture the attention of audiences across the globe with our contents. So I guess your basic is, just stick to the basics, go to your films, get back to your scripts, go on to your contents, go and deliver. That's all we can do. We really can't say that, gone out there and captured. Our job is to just look out for something new, excite ourselves every morning and just go deliver. Yeah, as you rightfully say, today when we walk around, just visit certain places, I guess, there's a lot of respect, a lot of attention we are getting. We are all enjoying that, but at the same time, it's a kind of a pressure also to a lot of younger people, because the moment you say Kannada, they all want to take it out. They all want to take it pan-India, without even understanding whether it is worth a pan-Indian release. So that can even damage some people personally. You understand? So I guess it's a phase, sir. We should enjoy.
In fact, I'll come to that in a bit. Since you mentioned we are having a good time here, especially the Kannada industry and the South at large. Now you look at the kind of comments that have come in from the Hindi industry. Many are saying, "Arey, it's just one bad year for Hindi and Bollywood. Don't underwrite us." Others are saying, "Well, there's a novelty factor in South cinema now. We have good songs, we have great fights, grand sets. It's a novelty factor. People perhaps will get over it in a couple of years. So once again, Hindi will be back in the reckoning." Do you really believe South can sustain this? Cinema from South can sustain this? And what's the formula?
It's a belief. How can I say whether we're going to sustain? A couple of years back, I wouldn't have said we are going to overtake. I think it's just a matter of time. You know, you just believe, you just keep going. And if you really want to keep winning, keep winning. Who's stopping you? But what does it take to win? Do that. Instead of saying, okay, this is a phase, and now they're going to dominate us, we're going to dominate. Actually, nobody's trying to dominate anybody here. We're just trying to do films. And films are doing well. And the industry and the fraternities are getting a name. I think that it just ends there. There's nothing of that sort like, you know, another couple of years, they'll bounce back, we'll bounce back. See, all the years if you take, Hindi films have been releasing all over India. None of us complained. And none of us even gave a line. Nobody from South gave a line that, you know, we're going to dominate back, we're going to bounce back. We were enjoying their films.
Yeah.
That's all it is. We enjoy films, and they're enjoying our films right now. So this debate is actually happening in the third party. None of the cinema people are talking all this. It's only the reviews, or probably when it comes out in papers or on magazines or on the online. Oh, this is happening, that's happening. Hindi is all, everybody's scared, everybody's thing, and South Indians are partying. No, nothing is happening. We are actually back home writing. They are back home writing. Next day morning, we are all with our makeups and doing our films.
Okay. You mentioned the pressure on perhaps new producers when you talk about pan-India movie. There's a larger question on whether the script and the sensibilities matter. That should really decide whether a movie is pan-India or should be released in a certain pocket, or whether the producer needs to look at the market. There's also another issue here, or rather a strange situation for the producers. A cinema like Kantara. Imagine somebody sitting in UP who doesn't even know what is Bhuta Kola is. He enjoys the movie. So how do you decide if you can release this movie? And how do producers deal with this pan-India pressure?
Chinese films started traveling across the globe many years back. I think that is one of the first languages which started traveling, right? How many people knew Chinese? How many people knew the culture? People started connecting, so it used to come in English, they used to dub it in English, so you got to see Bruce Lee's films, you got to see Jackie Chan's films. So actually we are very late, sir. We are talking well within one country right now to see another language. It had, COVID had to hit India for Malayalam to be noticed so much on the OTT and to rule like they were number one on OTT for a time, you know.
Yeah.
So it is, we are looking at our own industries now. So if you go back, do we connect to our Chinese culture? Are we aware of it? Are we aware of a Korean culture? Are we aware of what? But we connect because we want to see something new. New attracts us. So when you say Kantara, it was new. Even those people wouldn't have thought that it will be accepted that way. So they made a Kannada film. All right, so there was nothing, no rocket science behind the thinking. They just made, and honestly made the film, and it went. Now, if you're talking about another state, that whether they know our culture, they will learn our culture. It's about how confidently you want to move. If we, sitting in India, can accept a Korean and Chinese culture, we are talking about an Indian culture here, so in a different language. That's about it. I think it's very simple. Let's simplify it. There's no complication behind that.
Yeah. One quick question before we continue this particular aspect of the debate. I spoke about Vikrant Rona making it to the reminders list of the Oscars. There's the other argument saying Indians actually value Oscars much more than it deserves. They're saying, why look for validation from the West? Indians shouldn't really care about a movie makes it to the Oscars list or not. We are doing good enough movies, people are enjoying it, and that should matter. How do you look at it, sir?
Opinion. We should respect it. If somebody feels why you're giving Oscars too much of importance, it is their opinion, respect it. If somebody says, no, Oscar is everything for me, it is an opinion, respect it. Why are we thinking for someone else? Who are you talking about? is another one or two individual or a panel which is making opinion like this. So there are people for whom awards matter a lot. Even within India, like for example, I think 2004 is the last I ever attended a award ceremony. I don't go.
Yeah.
I don't accept awards, neither do I attend an award ceremony. But that doesn't mean I have a bad opinion about it. I don't want to go. But there are my friends, my colleagues who dress up. They plan their dressing 1 month prior to look nice.
The calendar is booked.
It's nice. It's okay. They enjoy it. I mean, our actresses want to dress up. They want to look nice. It's a glam field by the end of the day. It's okay, right?
Personally, what do you feel, sir?
It doesn't matter. I told you, my personal feeling is I don't go. It's simple as that. I just probably enjoy my films doing well. I enjoy the money that comes from the film in the back balance. I think that speaks more.
I'll come to that in a bit.
So by the end of the day, I think we all connect to the success of a person or a film, right? We can always debate about the content of anything. We can never debate about the success of any particular product or a company or a person, right?
Yeah.
Here is an opinion, that's about it.
Okay.
We should respect it. I think somebody says it's bullshit. It's bullshit. If it is not, it is not. It's okay.
Yeah.
Only if it is tried to push upon you, implement on you, how can you go for an award? It is so rigged and bad. I mean, can you calm down is what we say. It's your opinion. It's okay. There are people who love it, sir. I think it's nice. I personally don't want to go, but I like to see their pictures. Everybody looks nice. Our actresses are looking nice. I keep wondering why they don't look same every day. So why don't you dress up well? So
did you ever ask anyone?
Of course, there are friends. We talk.
Okay.
It's just that your channels are not around when we talk.
Yeah, and you won't name it here.
It's not the point. The point is, we would have had one line. We would ask, hey, you're looking nice, yeah? Why don't you dress up like this every day? If I say this in front of you, in front of this camera, that's it. Tomorrow you'll get us married. So it's okay.
Yeah.
It's simple. You see, we are all colleagues. We are friends. We like them to look nice. We all like to look nice. It's just a matter of whether you want to look nice at home or on a venue. It's okay.
I'll just go back to the larger theme of Southern cinema and Kannada cinema getting this kind of a prominence. Many believe when a regional language or a certain language gets this kind of a traction in popular culture, like movies or cinema, it allows people or even stars from that particular language to say, well, there's no one national language. There are 22 recognized languages. Mine is as equal as yours, and we all are one. We've seen this debate over the national language. Do you believe the success of
I was a part of that, and I know where you're coming from.
Yeah.
You can ask me straight.
Yeah. So do you believe when a regional language or a non-Hindi language cinema does really well, it gives that much more freedom for the audience, the people and the stars to assert themselves?
It's got nothing to do with cinema, sir. I think it's a matter of a debate. When when I told you in the beginning, when I said many years we've been watching Hindi films. I have favorite actors there. My brothers are there right now. And as a child, I was a big fan of Mr. Amitabh Ji. So there's no debate about the language over here, but it's a perspective. When you say implemented, as I say, pushed upon,
imposed.
Yeah, it's when it's superimposed on you, then comes a question as to why you're trying to do that. We are there. So many a times, even when my debate happened over there, it was a very simple tweet which I said that, okay, now the confidence, the fact that you actually think that I can understand Hindi is why you tweeted in Hindi, right? So what if happened if I tweeted in Kannada?
Yeah. It's
a simple thing. So it's not an arrogance. It's not an ego. It's actually a dignity. It's a love that I hold towards something that I speak on daily basis. Correct? So I think in India, we are actually blessed that we have so many languages, so much of culture. Absolutely. It's there. I think if at all you just kind of respect each other, I think it's actually a very beautiful nation, instead of getting into these unwanted debates. Yeah.
But was there something that was always on your mind, the whole imposition bit, before
No,
you
no. Nothing. I'm a very simple, cool Indian.
And did you meet Ajay Devgan after that, or did you have an interaction with him?
I will have to meet Ajay Devgan actually, because Kajol is my favorite actress. I can't take against him.
Yeah, totally.
So I'm looking forward to working with her someday. I can't have her husband hate me. So yeah.
There's a conflict there.
It's not a conflict. It's a hope. It's a hope, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine Mr. and Ms. Kajol, Mrs. Kajol is working with me and Mr. Ajay Devgan is on a video call staring at me all the time. So I don't want that to happen.
Or
I
says,
wanna-
don't sign a movie with.
So it's okay. So Ajay Devgan is my favorite actor right now.
Yeah, yeah. But no interaction after that.
Huh?
No interaction after that.
No, so I think we are all okay. Yeah? I mean, by the end of the day, we are not holding any swords and fighting and killing each other. It's a matter of a debate and it happened public, right? So it was not between four walls. What happened there ended there, and in a very sweet way, in a language which all of us could understand, English, when it came there, right? So it's okay. It's a.
Yeah. But
We
did
will, if we meet, I actually kind of, yeah, we will probably have a drink together and say, hey.
But did you ever think that you should probably pick up the phone and call him and clarify there?
No, sir, I don't have his phone number. So
Okay.
just in case you have, you can.
No, sir.
But actually, I'm more interested in getting Kajol's number. So if that works for me.
Yeah. Okay, you seem to have started one more, probably a good topic to discuss at Gossip. The other aspect I want to ask about this particular issue is, did the perception or the kind of response that you got from Bollywood or Hindi industry change after that debate in any way? Or
No,
people
not at
are
all,
still
not
saying-
at all. The next, actually, the tweet, one day later, I was in Mr. Salman Khan's house. We were having a drink together. We were partying. So this thing doesn't rise. Because let me tell you, even those people are way ahead in thinking. What? It's a matter of, nobody holds personal grudges or, this debate will pop up in person. It's over, right? It's a matter of being matured. There was an issue. Probably we simplified it. Move on. There's nothing that comes up again.
Okay, nice. I'll come to your personal life a bit. Nothing controversial. So, you finished 27 years, completed 27 years, and you tweet and you thank Mrs. Kiccha Sudeep and your daughter and everyone. It's an important point that you make. When somebody is a star, the stardom is great, but it's also taxing for the family and people around you.
Very.
So, what was the thought there? And there's another question. You said your daughter is somebody who's giving blunt opinions and criticism. Which is one opinion that you think was really blunt and you said, okay, you could have sugar-coated this a little.
My daughter?
Yeah.
She's very sweet. To start with, because she's watching this right now.
So that looks like, yeah, I was about to say it's a statement.
Yeah,
and
she's watching right now.
Yeah.
So secondly, I think somebody needs to tell you the truth, yeah? We all think we are the best looking and we all think we make the best films and we think we are the biggest fan following. And we all think otherwise. We think we have the best of, till actually a reality strikes and that reality is always at home. Somebody to keep telling you. Sometimes it sounds nasty, but I think somebody has to tell you, and they are, I think, very frank in their opinions because they want to see you do well. Yeah, so I guess it's there, and as blunt as I've seen my daughter get up like 20 minutes after the movie started and walk out. She didn't say anything, sir. Actually, she didn't have to say anything. So I got the point.
Silence conveyed everything.
No silence. That walk conveyed everything. Yeah. That walk was right out of the door, and I thought, okay, she just went to pick up something. She never came back. So half the time, my eyes were not on the screen, it was on the door. Where did she go? And I was hoping somebody else will not follow. After some time, even Priya followed. So yeah, I spoke a lot, and then I was wondering what happened, and yeah, some of the mistakes what you're not supposed to do again. So I guess that's what it is. But when I say on the tweet, when you're coming back to the tweet, when we thank, I think we do thank as actors and as film goers, I think, because half the time we are not at home, half the time we are not around. We are always traveling, and we are always between people. We are always between glamour. We are always between attention from everyone. So I guess it's not a great space to be in, which probably you and I won't understand. Only they will.
Absolutely.
So I guess it is important to thank them for at least being around still, and hanging around with us. Kept it hanging. So I guess if the relationships, most of our relationships, if we have to thank them for actually because it's still existing.
Yeah, they're tolerating all that.
It's not tolerance. It's not tolerance. It's a big sacrifice which I think all of them do. Because most of the time they are taking care of things alone, and we are always there in the light. It's a lot of sacrifice, sir, from everyone.
On a lighter note, are you a possessive father?
No.
Like, do you ask your daughter, who are you
I
texting?
can't dare
earlier?
that.
Okay.
It's a daughter. You think daughters don't allow dads to do all that.
Yeah.
But they get possessive.
Hmm.
Yeah, they get possessive because when my daughter saw that even the song in Vikrant Rona,
Hmm.
she was, you're not going to do such a song again. If you're going to ever sing a song like that to your daughter, it has to be me. I said, okay. But actually, nothing. I mean,
But you never asked
today's,
who's that male friend that you're talking to?
who's the?
Who's the male friend that you're meeting?
No,
None of
no,
these
no.
questions.
I think my daughter is well. We have taken care of her well. We don't have to take care of her now.
Nice.
So upbringing is quite good. I think she knows what's best for her.
That's
She
good.
picks her friends, and I think we have to just, acknowledge what she likes and what she doesn't.
Okay. Now, Mr. D.K. Shukumar is here, so we'll have to have a political question. You met him earlier in the week.
Where's he?
Okay, I think he's about. Okay, he's there. Sir. So you met him last week, and you know the kind of headlines that came out of that meeting.
Yeah.
So I'll have a question related to that. Does
I have the answer ready.
Okay, I'll have a much deeper question.
I have the answer ready.
Okay,
So basically, you have a question. Only that question you want me to answer, right?
I want you to elaborate a little more. That's it. It's
Okay.
not just a mere yes or no.
Yeah.
So does stardom equal to electoral success? We've seen that happening in Telugu and Tamil industry. In Karnataka, probably except Mr. Ambarish and to a certain extent Mr. Jagesh, we haven't seen that happening. And there is certain expectation from your fans as well. Will Kiccha Sudeep enter politics? Won't he enter? What are your thoughts, sir?
So the first norm of politics is never discuss your opinion. Whether you're coming into politics also, we
Your
should not
plans.
discuss because don't give a hint. That's the first norm, sir. So the question is gone there. I will not answer that part. So the day I enter, you'll know.
But I can tell you, you'll become a good politician by the way you've answered this.
No, my answers has got something to do with my smartness. It's not nothing to do with the political angle.
No, at least
All
you
right.
handle the press
So
conferences
when
well.
me and DK sir met at the house, we discussed about how do we deal this whole interview of CNN.
Okay.
So he told me what to answer, and he told me what he'll be asking and what he'll be talking.
Nice.
So that's exactly what we both discussed. So we discussed the size of the stage, the size of the chair.
But basically everything apart from politics. That's what you mean.
Sir, basically everything to do with politics, sir, because CNN is the one who deals a lot with politics, right?
Yeah.
So you think
It's
you
an election
can
year.
make a person sweat in an AC room.
Hmm.
So on that basis, I guess we had a great discussion about how to handle this interview, and I think I'm doing good.
Okay, last two questions. Ever since we tweeted saying we are meeting you for an interview today, your fans have been on Twitter asking, some of them have warned, saying, hey, Keluro question say Kel Badappa. The others have said, there are two questions, largely. One is, which is Sudeep's next movie in this year? And second, will he direct again? And when? And also produce.
See, films today, the dynamics of cinema has changed. As in right, we were speaking earlier in the earlier part of the interview or the chat. Today, we just can't take a car and just put on makeup and start a film. Yeah, today the film travels a lot. So, well, with or without your knowledge, whether you like it or not, the film will travel. So, it is important for us to choose the kind of a film that we think can excite everybody across and penetrate through further languages, penetrate globally. So, I guess wanting to progress from where you stopped at the earlier film, in the earlier film, is something we all need to look into. So that is what is taking time for me to announce, because from past 3 years, we have been working on it. COVID also gave us a little more time to think about what we should be doing. So yeah, I think when the announcement will happen, it will happen well, sir. But I'm on it. See, more than anybody, this is my career.
Absolutely.
It's my life, and I want to act. That's the only way I survive, and that's the only identity I have as an actor.
As a director?
So as a director, I think today, there was a time, sir, I should tell you that I became, after becoming popular also, there came a time, when it was a low.
Yeah.
So when that low happened, I was getting scripts what was being rejected by the then top actors. So if he rejects, it will go to the B, and if the B rejects, it will come to the C. It was more like that. So I've seen that phase also. All right. So that is when I believed that an actor doesn't die by giving flops. A flop cannot kill an actor. It is the day when nobody is writing for you. That is the day an actor is dead. Today, when you're talking about direction, I feel so many people waking up in the morning, writing scripts for me, wanting, and they say, oh, if Sudeep has a character, Sudeep. See, today I'm just trying to cater to all of them. There are so many people who has made you a part of the script without even asking you.
Yeah.
So I keep hearing them out. See, direction for me is another hobby. It's another passion, but it is not a necessity.
Hmm.
All right. So as an actor, I would only say that if a producer or director or writer coming to do a film with me, they all are trying to paint something.
Hmm.
All right. And I like to be a color in that painting. That's all it is. So just make the painting complete, and that painting means the world to someone. So I'm trying to cater myself to all of them.
Yeah. There's another hobby of yours that you love, cricket. Right? I believe you're practicing also.
Yeah.
So you were playing cricket at a pretty serious level, at university level as well. 27 years later, do you ever feel, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ cricket ಆಡಿ try ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡ್ಬೋದಿತ್ತು?
I loved cricket so much, like it is like an ex-girlfriend of mine. Yeah? She's come back in the form of CCL, in the form of KCC. It is there. It is right there. Just when we thought cricket is over for us, suddenly the CCL happens, KCC happens, and suddenly we are sitting in a ground and playing at an arena where there are 27, 30,000, 35,000 crowd, and we are feeling no less than a cricketer. It's just the quality of cricket may vary a bit, but then we are cricketers too. We are playing well, and we are playing for such a wonderful live telecast. We are playing for such wonderful crowd. I think it's a blessing. Cricket has not left me. That's why I told you, it's a passion. And if you really, really love something, you can manifest it. And I believe that. And I also told you someone line long back. It is not about what you want. It's about how badly you want. And I always badly wanted to play cricket. I'm still doing so. So I'm quite lucky that way it's back.
Yeah. In fact, I don't know how many in the audience know, but Mr. Kiccha has a huge collection of bats signed by some of the legends of cricket. If I could ask you, probably the top three that really matter to you in that.
The topmost I give to Mr. Kapil Dev, because he made 175 bats, mongoose bats signed by that Indian cricket entire, and he kept couple of bats for auction and everything. But see, remember, he's Mr. Kapil Dev.
Yeah.
He has made only 175 such bats. And his contact list, I don't know how many thousands or lakhs of people are there who are his favorites, right?
Yeah.
So the 117th bat has come to me. He has gifted it to me, and that mongoose bat is lying on the wall there, and I think it's one of the most thing. And next is Josh Butler, who sent his bat, same bat he hit 100 last IPL. That has come to me. And then the World Cricket. World Cricket bat that was gifted to me by Lords when I went to play there. So I should tell you that I'm the only actor who's played at Lords as a cricketer, and we have won the tournament there.
Fabulous.
And today there's a small brick over there at Lords which says Captain Cool Kiccha. So it's a gift for me. So
fabulous.
So this has happened to me. So these are some of the things. Apart from that, it was an ambition for me that I should make a whole wall of all cricket bats and everything. So like Virat Kohli has given me his cap. Like a lot of people.
I think you met Shikhar Dhawan yesterday or day before.
Day before yesterday.
Yeah.
Sir.
Yeah.
No, he didn't give me anything.
Okay. He probably after seeing this will send you something.
Yeah, we danced, we sang, we drank.
You mentioned Captain Cool. I just want to try and put you in a spot. If there's an IPL match with Dhoni leading Chennai Super Kings and it's a finale and it's against RCB, who would you support? I know you're a big Dhoni fan.
I'm an Indian fan. I will celebrate all the Indian cricketers. Okay. Now, see, when we are sitting over here, obviously your heart will go for RCB because there is RCB, it's ours, right? That is not the point. Point is RCB, definitely the heart goes out. But see, by the end of the day, how do you bifurcate your love or your priority or your, again, Dhoni is our legend. We love him. By the end of the day, we enjoyed that cricket and we go back. Yeah, there's we may sulk a bit, but then I think by the end of the match, all of us are quite drunk enough to feel happy for the other team also, right?
And we'll tweet saying, ಮುಂದಿನ ಸಲ ಕಪ್ ನಮ್ದೆ.
ನಾನೇನು ಟ್ವೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಆ ಥರ.
ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಸರ್.
ನೀವು ಮಾಡಿ. ಕಪ್ ಗೆದ್ದಾಗ ಆರಾಮಾಗಿರೋಣ, ಇವಾಗ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಅದು. But I think IPL is a great thing that's happening because not only, as you rightfully said, it's giving such wonderful platforms for such wonderful talents of India. So I guess it's one of the best things that's happening. So we celebrate everybody, sir.
True. We have a lot of questions from the audience. We'll try and take 2-3 at least.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. We have Ritu with the mic there. Anyone with a question?
Somebody.
Yeah, the mic is good.
Hi, thank you so much for your time here.
Hi, ma'am.
Have you seen Pathan? And in the present times, who do you think is the greatest and the biggest film star?
Ma'am, as a star, I'll say me only, ma'am. So why should I look less upon myself? I'm the star of my life, and I respect other actors also. I have not seen Pathan as yet. I will see it shortly. But then I was busy seeing all my Kannada films. So there's a long list over there. I'll finish that and I'll go back to that.
Okay. Oh, there's one question. Yeah.
The video mentioned one talent of yours, which I didn't know. That's about singing. I didn't know that you are a singer. So can you exhibit the talent for two sentences?
I still don't know why they call me a singer, sir. I just happened to sing and it just happened like that. And yeah, I've been singing for people, for youngsters. Like, for example, I hate to sing for myself in the film. But when there are youngsters and other people coming and asking me to sing, and if my singing is really going to help them, I've been very confidently singing. So that's my singing career for now. But you want to hear me?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
I know, probably you've thanked your family for supporting you for 27 years. Anything that you want to dedicate?
No, dedication. I'll sing a song which okay.
Your choice.
Is going to be this flat? Or does it have some reverb, something?
Can we do that? We can? Yeah, okay.
Check. Make me sound good. Check. Yeah, okay. Little more on the reverb, please, or echo. Little more. Check. Yeah. ಮುಂಜಾನೆ ಮಂಜಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಸ್ಸಂಜೆ ತಿಳಿತಂಪಲ್ಲಿ ಓವಲವೇ ನೀನೆಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಡುಕಾಟ ನಿನಗಿನ್ನೆಲ್ಲಿ ನನ್ಯದೆಯೊಳಗೆ ನೀಳಿದು ಜಡಮನದ ಮೌನ ಮುರಿದು ಬಿಸಿ ಉಸಿರನ್ನು ನೀ ಬಗೆದು ನಿಟ್ಟುಸಿರನ್ನು ನೀ ತೆಗೆದು ನನ್ನೊಮ್ಮೆ ಆವರಿಸು ಈ ಬೇಗೆ ನೀ ಹರಿಸು ಮನದಾಳದ ಉಲ್ಲಾಸನಿ ಕುಂತಲ್ಲು ನೀನೆ ನಿಂತಲ್ಲು ನೀನೆ ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲೂ ನೀನೆ ಸಖಿ ಕಣ್ಣಲ್ಲೂ ನೀನೆ ಕನಸಲ್ಲೂ ನೀನೆ ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲೂ ನೀನೆ ಸಖಿ ನನ್ನ ನೆನ್ನೆಗಳು ನೀನೆ ನಾಳೆಗಳು ನೀನೆ ಎಂದೆಂದು ನೀನೆ ಸಖಿ ಆವರಿಸು ಮೈದುಂಬಿ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾತ್ಮಾತಲ್ಲಿ.
Fabulous. A huge round of applause for that. So on that note, we'll have to conclude this interaction.
Thank you so much, and thank you all, ladies and gentlemen. Wonderful. Thank you.
Thanks a lot for. Thank you for.
Thank you, Harish and Kiccha Sudeep, for that wonderful, engaging session. Ladies and gentlemen, can we have a huge round of applause for Mr. Kiccha Sudeep?